Marvel fans, we just got some crazy reveals about Secret Wars. This all has to do with how Marvel Studios will be adapting the concept of the Molecule Man from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars comic book. And on top of that, I think it also ties to rumors about Spider-Man 4, rumors about the Fantastic Four, and rumors about God of Stories Loki. This shit is crazy, really freaking cool, but also a bit confusing. Let's break it down. Now, I think the best way to start this video is to explain what the Molecule Man was in Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars comics. Owen Reese, aka the Molecule Man, is a character from Marvel Comics past. He was involved in the original Secret Wars. He's just kind of known as being this godlike, powerful being for most of his time in Marvel Comics. However, Jonathan Hickman retcons the character to actually make him a bomb. And in fact, Owen Reese, the Molecule Man, is a bomb that exists in every universe within the multiverse. Owen Reese is a bomb that was meant to blow up the entire multiverse at once. And in the comics, Doctor Doom discovers this. He goes back in time and starts destroying Owen Reese's, and this basically prevents the Beyonders from being able to blow up all of the multiverse all at once. But it also inadvertently begins to cause the incursions. And the reason this is so interesting to MCU fans is because we're pretty dang sure Feige is going to be adapting a lot of the Hickman stuff for the MCU version of Secret Wars. I mean, incursions are mentioned in Multiverse of Madness as a big deal, and when universes are colliding and being destroyed. And of course, you see that comic book in the Deadpool 3 trailer. It's like they're really trying to signal that the Hickman Secret Wars is going to be a major influence on what they are doing. And most Marvel fans already know that. And for years, we've been trying to figure out who's the Molecule Man of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People thought maybe it was Wanda. Some people think it's Doctor Strange. So now that you know why this is so important, let's explain what the new leak actually is. So this comes from Daniel RPK, and it says Deadpool 3 will introduce a new concept to the multiverse of one being in every universe that without them, the universe will die. So that appears to be what Marvel Studios is doing. Instead of having the Molecule Man, they're going to have these anchor beings or these chosen ones that exist in any particular universe. And if they are killed or taken out of the universe, that universe begins to decay. Now, I have a lot of questions about this. It's confusing in some ways, but let me explain how this ties into other things and some stuff that I've heard behind the scenes. So this will absolutely be what Agent Paradox explains to Deadpool. I think it's also connected to why Deadpool is brought to the TVA. This could even be connected to why Deadpool switches up on the TVA, because it's possible that the TVA grabbing Deadpool out of his universe causes his own universe to start to die. I was told this connects to the rumors of Peter Parker being the chosen one of 616, so it seems like he might be the anchor being of the 616 universe. I was also told that somehow the TVA could speed up this decaying process. Like, it's possible that whatever's happening here when the anchor leaves the universe or is killed can be sped up to rapidly destroy that universe. But why wouldn't they just prune it? I'm not really sure. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know, but this does appear to be a main thread that's going to be told in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it's connected to Deadpool and Hugh Jackman Wolverine, as I think Jackman will end up being the anchor for his universe. Maybe these anchor pointed characters are also important for establishing new versions of timelines or universes, something to do with how the cosmos will be reborn after the multiversal war. Maybe it will allow these beings to have particular abilities or to be obscured from precognition or telepaths or people that can see the future. And I think this makes the fourth way that we've seen universes be destroyed in the multiversal saga. You've got breaking of fixed moments in time from the What If series with Sinister Strange, although that could also be connected to incursions, which is the second thing that we've seen in Multiverse of Madness. Incursions destroy universes. We've seen that the TVA can prune universes, and now we have this new thing with the anchor points. So there seems to be a lot of different ways to get to incursions or to get to universes being destroyed. Like a whole bunch of entropy is happening to the Marvel multiverse. Now, the one thing that's really confusing me that I can't quite figure out is what's the deal with these anchor points across time, right? Because no individual person exists for the entirety of a new universe. People do age and people do die. Even people like Deadpool and Wolverine do die in Marvel Comics. So it's weird that they would have anchor points for universes that will start decaying a universe if the anchor point is destroyed. Maybe there's a natural way for anchor points to pass from one individual to another, and maybe it's more like if that person is taken out of a universe, or if that person is killed sort of prematurely for like the cosmic destiny, fixed moments in time kind of thing. Maybe that's what starts the decay of a particular universe. This seems to be the replacement of the Molecule Man from Marvel Comics into the MCU leading up to Secret Wars. I think it's gonna be explained by Agent Paradox and the people in the TVA in Deadpool and Wolverine. It appears Deadpool and this version of Wolverine are anchor points to their respective universes. I think it also means that Tom Holland Spider-Man is the anchor of 616. This is because there have been long-standing rumors that Tom Holland's Peter Parker is the chosen one of 616. Like a lot of us thought when we saw the Deadpool 3 trailer, the first trailer, that this whole idea of the chosen one and this idea that Deadpool was Marvel Jesus, that was lining up with a ton of other rumors that were out there about Tom Holland, about Peter Parker being the chosen one of 616. Now we kind of have this context, and yes, I do feel like Tom Holland is the anchor being for the 616 universe. Now, on that note, there's something kind of confusing about that because Tom Holland was snapped away. He was gone for 5+ years. I was asking a person behind the scenes how this will work with the rumors that Tom Holland's Peter Parker might die at the end of Spider-Man 4, because that is rumored to happen, and there's some speculation that maybe the symbiote will come in and resurrect Peter Parker, similar to what happened during Kraven's Last Hunt. But anyway, the reason I was asking about this because I was like, wow, so does that mean the universe will just be destroyed when Tom Holland dies in Spider-Man 4? And somebody told me no, because their understanding of this is that it happens slowly. When an anchor point is removed from a universe, that universe begins to decay, but it takes time. And so Spider-Man, if he dies and then is resurrected by the symbiote, that will kind of cancel it out. But then I thought about the blip, right? I mean, he's gone for 5 years. That's a substantial amount of time. You'd think the universe would start to decay. And my sources couldn't really explain that, but to me, the only way that makes sense is if this anchor point thing is a new thing, which I think actually connects it to God of Stories Loki. Like maybe this is something that's all being done now because of Loki. However, I also think this ties into rumors about the Fantastic Four, because currently there are these crazy rumors that the Fantastic Four in the MCU are going to come from a different universe. And we've also been told that that universe will be destroyed, that they're going to have to leave that universe because it is destroyed. And they will either be coming to join the TVA or coming into the 616 universe or going to Battle World at the end of their movie. And they are also supposed to be in Avengers 6, or maybe now Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, the Secret Wars storyline. Because yes, I have been told that that group of Fantastic Four will be in Secret Wars. They're going to have something to do with the Secret Wars story. So is it possible that the Fantastic Four do something in the past that kills somebody or takes somebody out of their universe, and then we see over time as their universe just decays more and more and more, and then is ultimately destroyed? Or are the anchor characters brought in later in the timeline, and Reed Richards does something with the anchor point character, and that causes the universe to be destroyed? And I also think this will be a concept that's adapted into Doctor Strange 3. Doctor Strange 3 is rumored to adapt Time Runs Out, another big part of the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars story. And we're apparently getting a lot more multiversal stuff in Doctor Strange 3, and we're going to see a lot of what's actually happening as the multiverse is being destroyed more and more rapidly. I was told that Loki, God of Stories from the end of Loki season 2, will be in Deadpool 3. And so I am wondering how Loki connects to this concept of anchored individuals, as we now know that Loki himself is holding the entire multiverse together. Could the anchor points be connected to God of Stories Loki and something new that was established to hold everything together in its current form? And is that possibly the explanation as to why anchor points were not relevant before? To me, this would make the whole thing make more sense. The anchor point thing seems like it just doesn't apply to the past of the MCU, like when Kang was watching over everything as He Who Remains, and there was the Council of Kangs that was in charge. But after Loki season 2, the multiverse is different. Like, it by all rights should already all be destroyed, but Loki is just holding it all together, and it's still decaying and dying from like natural entropy and natural causes, but I do think he's kind of holding it there, giving them more time. And perhaps he has to do this through certain anchored individuals. And I really do think there's something beyond them just being anchor points, because there's all these other rumors of multiversal Avengers being secretly recruited by Loki, and a lot of evidence suggests that people like Deadpool and Wolverine and Tom Holland Spider-Man, maybe even Tobey, Robert Downey Jr., and some of the other people that they want to have like the main story in Secret Wars, I think they are going to form up a multiversal group of Avengers. So is the connection there between these anchor point individuals and some relevance to the multiverse, or some ability for these people to fight against Kang or the Beyonder Kang or other multiversal threats? I basically think this is just one piece of the puzzle here, and it does answer some questions, but it also opens up a lot of other questions, right? And I think the path to those other questions and how this will be explained in Deadpool 3 is going to make a lot more stuff clear as far as what is going on with the TVA, what is going on with the multiversal Avengers, what is going on with the Kangs or the Beyonder or the big multiversal threat, and what's actually going to happen when we get to Secret Wars and Battle World. So I think the concept is cool. Would love to know what you think about it in the comments section below. And as I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.